Okay, good morning, students. I welcome you all for the online statewide lecture of Standard 9th and subject is Geography. So yesterday we have started the lesson Urbanization and we have finished half of the part of it. Okay. So we will see what we have finished yesterday. Yesterday we have finished Urbanization. What is urbanization and what are the main reasons of urbanization? So in what are the main reasons which are responsible for urbanization to take place are industrialization, trade, then mechanization and technology, transport and communication, and the last factor is migration. So yesterday we have studied these reasons of urbanization in detail. Each one of in detail we have studied yesterday how these factors contribute to the process of urbanization. So further we will move. Okay. So now today we will see what are the effects of urbanization. Because of urbanization, the characteristics of a region change largely. So because of urbanization, when the process of urbanization is taking place in particular region, so the characteristics are, what do you mean by characteristics? What are the features? Okay, what are the features of that particular region that are changing largely, that are going to change majorly? We can experience the difference in land use. So we can experience also the changes, what changes has taken place. Okay. So the first, the main thing is the difference in land use. So the example is first, previously when the village was not urbanized, so that time the land use was maximum. The land purpose of land was that was used for agriculture. But as slowly the village is going under the process of urbanization, the use of land is changing from use of it was used for agriculture, farming. So from that use now, slowly people start residing, means houses are built on that land because of that population is growing in that village. Then the factories are built, so the use of land is changing. The land and agriculture is now under industries or residential use. What I have told you now, that is that the agriculture land is now used for industries or for the use of people to resident. While there are many advantages of urbanization, some problems are also there. We all know everything has advantage also and disadvantages also. So same way, urbanization is very good. It is important for the progress of humans, but also it has some disadvantages also. Some problems are also created by the process of urbanization. So now we'll see first the advantages. What are the advantages? You can see in the picture, big buildings are there, roads, on the roads, vehicles are running everywhere. You can see a very glamorous picture it is. So means you can see that how much progress has been done. Now, the first advantage is that social harmony. So you can see in the picture, there are the symbols of national symbols are there. Okay, flag is shown. Then plus and all that. What does this mean? These are the different caste religions are shown. Means all people of different castes, different religions stay together in particular region or place. That is social harmony. In spite of different castes are there, religions are there, different languages are there, different traditions, customs are there. Then also when people come together and stay together, there is very mutual understanding between them and there is a bond between them. Now see, there is an increase in secondary, tertiary and quaternary occupations with urbanization. So when there is increase in urbanization, secondary occupation, tertiary occupation and quaternary occupations are more. Hence economic activities increase. So because of this, what happens? Economic activities are increasing. These areas grow rapidly. So as a result, these areas are growing rapidly. Cultural and social customs and traditions are exchanged as people from different parts live together in the cities. So culture and social customs. So whatever culture they are having, whatever customs are there, traditions are there, they are exchanged among the peoples. Why? Because in cities we find peoples are coming from all over the different corners of India, and they are staying together in one place. So as they are coming from different states, different regions, along with them, they are bringing their cultures are also there. They are having different cultures, customs are different, traditions are different, languages are different. So they are all are exchanging with each other, and they are enjoying exchanging each other customs and traditions, and they are living together in harmony. So this creates a social harmony. Now next is modernization. Amenities and facilities. Okay, so these are the factors these are the effects of urbanization. So many amenities and facilities are also provided. So we will see various amenities and facilities developed in urban areas because of urbanization. So many amenities and facilities are given in urban areas. Why? Because of urbanization. So you can find the difference in providing facilities to the cities. Okay, to the cities or urban areas, more facilities and amenities are provided by the government bodies than the village. Transportation, communication, educational and medical facilities, fire brigades, etc. are very important. So these are the facilities which are very important and which are given to the urban areas. Because of good transportation facilities, journey becomes easier. So why transportation facilities be important? Why? Because when the transportation system is very good, so the journey is very easier. So all will be people will be willing to travel. Why? Because it is very easy going. Its a positive effect is also seen on frigid transport, markets, trades, etc. So you can find the positive effect, means good effect on the transportation of a large quantity of goods and markets also, because the goods are transferred to the market and trade system is carried very smoothly because of the amenities and facilities. We see that even education facilities develop well in urban areas. So in urban areas, even education facilities are more developed than the rural areas. Many students come to urban areas especially to assess the service of higher education like Pune cities. Now we all have studied yesterday in migration that people migrate from one place to another. So most of the time the rural to cities, rural to urban areas, the migration is done. So one of the reason is this also, that higher studies. For higher studies, students especially, they come to the cities like Pune, Mumbai, and they take the higher studies so that they can assess the whatever the higher education they want to have, they can have in the cities, because that facility is not available in the rural areas. Medical facilities are also well developed in urban areas. Even this is a very important point, that medical facilities which are very well developed in urban areas, that is not the same condition in rural areas. So obviously the rural people, they have to migrate to the urban areas for this, to avail these medical facilities. To avail of these facilities, many patients and their family members come from different parts and stay for short periods. Yes, so many patients and their family members have to travel across from their rural areas to the cities and stay there for short period of time so that the treatment is taken by them, and when they are well, they can move back to the rural areas. Now, what are the problems of? We have seen the advantages. Means so the good. What is good about the urbanization? That what we are having, getting the advantages of urbanization. Now we are going to see what are the disadvantages of, what are the problems of urbanization that we are facing today. So first one is the slum. Because of urbanization, the population in cities increases rapidly. So because of urbanization, what has happened, we have said yesterday also, that because of urbanization, the population in the cities is increasing. Why? Because people from the rural areas are traveling or migrating to the urban areas. Why? For earning their living, okay, for working or other different purposes. But the housing facilities do not increase in the same proportion as the population. Yes, this is very important. That the population is increasing very rapidly, but at the same proportion, the housing facility is not increased. So most of the migrated people are economically weak, and this is a thing that the migrated people, they financially, their economically, their condition is not good. That's why they are coming here in the urban, so that they can earn their living. So they are economically weak, they are poor, and they cannot afford the housing offered in the city. So in the cities, the housing rent and they cannot afford. So the slum areas are developed. You can see in the picture, so many small, tiny houses are there. No space, no ventilation is there. No hygiene is there, maintenance. Hygiene is not maintained at all. Migrated people have generally come from employment, but it is not necessary that they get relevant job. This is very important point, that migrated people, most of the people migrate by, they are migrating to the urban areas for in search of employment, in search of work. But when they come here, they do not get the relevant job, means related to their field. They don't get the same type of job. Hence, the income is very low. So they have to adjust to the other jobs. So the income is not good. It is very low. Such people build temporary and semi-structured houses in open space. So such type of people which are very economically weak, even they don't get the relevant job also, so their income is low. So what they do, they build a temporary and semi-structured house. Okay, temporary semi-structured houses built in open space. Wherever they find the open space, like play ground is there, open ground, they come together. These people come together and they start building such type of structures. The houses are mostly illegal, and these houses are not legal, they are illegal. They do not get basic facilities from the local governments, and hence they are mostly illegal, so they are not getting the basic facilities which are provided by the local governments. The density of houses is very high. As we have seen in the picture, the density of the houses is very high. Roads are narrow. There is lack of basic facilities. No space between the houses is there. And roads are also very narrow, very small. And there is a lack of basic facilities. The slums keep on increasing uncontrollably. And the slum areas are keep going on increasing. They are not controlled. They are uncontrolled. This may give rise to social and health related issues. And this is the reason that there is no space between the houses. The density of houses is very high. Roads are narrow. Basic facilities not available, and they are keep going on increasing the slum areas. So this may give rise to social and health related issues. So if any epidemic disease is there, so in such areas, they are mostly spread. Why? Because of then there is no ventilation, there is the housing, there is no space between the houses. So it is very easy to transfer the disease. Now the next is traffic jam. Now we all have faced this problem, and we know all what is traffic jam. As cities grow, people start living in outskirts and suburbs of the cities. Now we all know that when cities are growing, so the peoples are not a single space is there, where peoples are not residing. Peoples are going anywhere and residing in any part of the area. People commute from suburb to the center of the city for businesses and industries, trade, jobs, education, etc. So people are staying in far away, very remote places from the cities. But for the purpose of work or business or any industries, they are doing a business of working in the industries, or they are having any business or trade purpose, for education, they have to travel from that place to the main center of the city. So public transportation system is not sufficient, and hence the number of private vehicle increases. So the public transportation, that is the buses and the railways, all those things, they are not sufficient to the population. Okay. So what happens? Number of private vehicle increases. So people buy their own vehicles and they prefer to travel by their own vehicles. This lead to an increase in traffic jams and traveling time increases significantly. So because of this, what happens? Because of these private vehicles, this is leading to a traffic jam. And the traveling time, what was previously that what the duration, now it is increasing. Why? Because of this traffic jam. Now the next factor is pollution. So we all know there are different type of pollutions, that is air pollution, water pollution, and noise pollution. So pollution is also one of the effect of urbanization. Because of urbanization, we are facing the problem of pollution. So you can see in the picture, the earth is there and how much pollution is done. So water pollution, you can see, air pollution is done by the gases are emitted by the chimneys of the industries. So air pollution is created. Water pollution, you can see in the picture. The noise pollution is because of the noise of the vehicles. Then the industries are also, if machinery is there, then the noise of that also. Pollution is a major problem in the cities. So this is one of the very problem, is main problem or major problem we are facing in the cities. It has adverse effect on the urban life. So it is having a very bad effect on the urban life of the people. Air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution are clearly visible. So in urban areas, you can find this pollution and you can experience this pollution also, the air pollution, noise pollution, and water pollution. Increase in the development of the city, vacuity of facilities, and breaking of laws makes pollution a big problem. So when there is increase in development of cities, many facilities are provided, and then breaking of laws also takes place. So related to pollution, there are laws, but these laws are never followed. And that is the big problem, that the laws related to pollutions are not at all strictly followed. That's why we are having the problem of pollution is increasing day by day. As cities grow, pollution also increases. So as cities are growing, more and more cities are growing, pollution is also on the way of increase. So you can see in the picture, first picture, you can see how the gases, poisonous gases are emitted. Mostly the carbon monoxide is there, that is emitted in the atmosphere through the chimneys of industries. And in the second picture, you can see the noise pollution. Because of the, if any festival is there, there is the going on that. So you can see that the pollution is, noise pollution is also created, and the vehicles also. The next factor is crime. The people who have migrated, people do not always find employment in the cities. Yes, this is very important and true actually, that the people who have migrated from the rural areas to the cities in search of employment, they don't get the employment. So what they do? some of them look for means of earn money through illegal ways. So when they have migrated to urban areas in search of employment and they have not got the employment, so what they will do now? So they will look for the means of, they will look for the different alternatives, how they can earn money. It may be illegal ways also. So this leads to an increase in crime rate of the cities. So because of this, crime is increasing in the cities. Thefts, burglaries, scuffles, and murders are the crimes that happen in the cities. So these are the crimes which you can see are they are practiced in the cities. So these crimes you can find in the cities. Now the rate has increased. This lead to serious law and order issue, bringing pressure on the police and judiciary system. And because of this, what happens? Because of this, there is a pressure on the police and the judiciary system. Why? Because they have to tackle all these problems. Wherever any accident or such type of crimes are happening, they have to rush to that place, and there is a pressure on the police first of all, and then the judiciary system also. Besides the above problems, enormous increase in land price, struggle between various groups, etc., create tension in the cities. Now, other than the above problems we have now discussed, then the more problems are that the enormous increase in land price. So there is continuously increase in the land price, and there is struggle between the various groups. So groupism is there. So there is struggle between the various groups, and thus there is a creation of tension in the cities. So tension is created in the cities because of this. This can disturb the social harmony of the cities. So many riots we have seen, strikes are going on. So these are the problems, or these lead to disturb the social harmony of the cities. Okay, so with this we have finished the lesson. So now we will just revise what we have seen. Effects of urbanization we have seen. In that, advantages of urbanization. First, we have saw that social harmony, how social harmony is maintained because of urbanization, social harmony is created. Then modernization is there. Then different amenities and facilities are provided due to urbanization. Then the problems of urbanization, we have seen that there is a traffic jam. Then slum areas are there created. Different pollutions we can face. Then crimes are there in the cities. Now we will see the question answers of this lesson. Compare the following and give examples. Transportation system and traffic jams. Now you have to compare with an example. Transportation system and traffic jam, both are interlinked, means both are connected to each other. As cities grow, people start living in the outskirts and suburbs of the cities. Okay. Public transportation system is not sufficient, and hence the number of private vehicles increases. So as a result, due to large population, the public transport is not enough for all to travel. So people start purchasing their own vehicles. This leads to an increase in traffic jams, and traveling time increases significantly. But because of this, private vehicles, there is a traffic jam, and whatever the duration previously was required, now it is increased. So the duration of traveling is increased because of traffic jam. Second is industrialization and air pollution. Industrialization has led to pollution. Pollution is a major problem in the cities. Okay, so it is one of the major problem in the cities. It has adverse effect on urban life. Very bad effect it is having on the life of the people in urban. Then different type of pollutions are there: air pollution, noise pollution, water pollutions, which are easily visible. As cities grow, pollution also increase. As cities are growing day by day, pollution is also increasing. Suggest measures for the following now. The slums in the cities are increasing. So what measures you will take if the slums are increasing in the cities? Promote affordable housing to the slum dwellers. Okay. So providing them affordable housing. So the slums to the slum who are living in the slums. Okay. If we provide them affordable houses, they will not be creating more and more slum areas. Provision of basic necessities like food, electricity, and basic health care. So providing them the basic necessities like food, electricity, and health care. So this will also help them. Rehabilitation of slums to safe places. These are the measures which will be suggested for decreasing the slum areas. Okay, this will help to decrease the slum areas. Now, because of the increasing traffic jam within the city, lot of time is consumed in commuting. So what measures can be followed? Technological solutions like using artificial intelligence in ramping the city traffic management. So technology should be used. Expansion of existing roads and construction of new roads. So this you can see that this is done. The roads are more made broader and new roads are also constructed. Promotion of public transport like metro, bus and train. And you should promote, you should make awareness among the public, awareness should be done that they should travel by the metro, bus and train and not by their private vehicles. So if they will use the public transportation, then the traffic jam issue will be solved. There will be no such type of traffic jam which we are facing. Question of law and order in the urban area is serious. So what are the measures? Relocation of police stations to high crime prone areas using technological tools like big data analytics. So wherever the crimes are more, so that area, relocation of police station should be done to that area where more crimes are happening, and technological tools like data analysis should be used. Promoting community policing. So, and you should promote that you should contact the police. Problems of pollution is grave because of urbanization. Promotion of public transport like local train, metro and bus. So because of use of public transport, the pollution will be decreased. Why? Because if you are using private vehicles, each vehicle is going to emit the poisonous gases which are leading to pollution. But when only metro, bus and train, this such type of public transport is used, large number of people travel by this. So such type of pollution will be not be created. Lifestyle changes like use of cycle, carpooling, etc. should be done. So in spite of using the bikes and the four-wheelers and all, use of cycle should be done so that the pollution will not increase. Relocation of bricks kilns far from cities. Then avoiding stubble burning. So whatever the burning is done of the leftover, that should not be done. Dust cleaning equipments. So dust cleaning equipment should be used. Next is migration has created question of health and education in urban areas. So because of migration, health and education issues are created in urban areas. Then promoting affordable healthcare. So the healthcare, affordable healthcare should be promoted to them. Increase awareness about good hygiene practices. Public awareness should be created of good hygiene. Provision of adequate water and sanitization facilities. So Adequate water and sanitizing facility should be provided to them, promoting affordable and quality education. So quality education along with minimum fees or minimum amount should be given to them. Technology and mechanization. Increase in productivity leads to growth of economy and income. So when the production is increased, economy also increases and income also increases. Technology and innovation created demand for new skill sets and thereby creating employment opportunities. So when technology is used, there is a demand for new skills. Okay, so new skill labors, new skill who have learned, they are in demand. So this creates an employment opportunities. Outline the important or advantages of the following. The importance of trade, increase in prosperity. Okay, so because of trade, prosperity is increased, development of logistics sector, creation of employment opportunities. Okay, employment is created among the people because of trade. So trade involves the such type of process that many people can work in that field. Industrialization now, increase in trade and income. Because of industries, there is increase in trade and income also increase. Improvement in living standard. As a result, when the money, everyone's income is good, so there is improvement in living of standard. Then amenities in urban areas. So improvement in living standard because facilities are provided more in urban areas. So standard of living is improved. Creation of indirect employment. And creation of indirect employment means directly employment is not given, but because of the amenities provided in the cities, they can get the employment. Okay, of these services providers. So those provide the services, they are means the people are required there to work. So almost what happened, the employment is created. Social harmony in the cities, peace and security, emergency of composite culture with exchange of new ideas, cultural practices and beliefs. So social harmony in the cities is created, peace is there, security is there, and as all people are coming from other part of the country, so there is exchange of new ideas, culture, practices and beliefs. Then transport system and traffic jam. Compare the following and give examples. Now as there is urbanization, cities grow, people migrate to these cities for job, education, etc. There is increase in transportation system too, due to people traveling frequently from suburbs to cities. Public transportation system is not sufficient and hence number of private vehicles increases. This leads to an increase in traffic jam and traveling time increases significantly. So the next is example they have given. Although Mumbai has well-developed transportation system, it is insufficient to fulfill the growing needs of people. Hence, traffic jams are frequent sights in different pockets of Mumbai. So, even if the transportation system is very good, that is not sufficient for the growing population. So, because of that, what happens? Private vehicles are many, and so Mumbai can face the traffic jam problem you can see in the cities. Now, industrialization and air pollution. So, we have to compare them with the examples. Industrialization leads to setup of huge factories which produce goods on a large scale. Okay. Along with this, there is production of large amount of waste which is generally untreated as the factories find it expensive to treat it and then release. This leads to an increase in air pollution as toxic gases are released through chimneys. So when the product is manufactured, okay, so along with that production of that product, waste product is also produced. So that waste product has to be treated. Then it has to be released in the water bodies or whatever the gases in the air. But the industrial people or factories, what they do, they don't treat that waste product and directly they throw it out. Why? Because it is very expensive to treat it and then release. So as a result, pollution is on increase. Example is Delhi, Faridabad, Varanasi are the victims of rapid industrialization leading to severe air pollution. Now migration and slums. As there is urbanization, cities grow. People migrate to these cities for jobs, education, etc. So people are migrating from these cities for what purpose? For jobs, getting the job, education. So many of them are not as skilled as required by the factory in cities. Hence they take up small odd jobs for survival. So they are not getting the related jobs. So they have to compromise with the small scale job. They cannot afford to stay in expensive apartment of the cities. So they can't afford to stay in apartments, expensive apartments. So they are forced to stay in slum areas. Example is slums in Dharavi, Mumbai city. There's a very big slum area. Then the next is amenities and increasing crime. As there is urbanization, cities grow. People migrate to these cities for jobs, education, etc. Many of them are not skilled as required by the factories in the cities. Hence, they take up small odd jobs for survival. The people who have migrated do not always find employment in the cities. Some of them look for means to earn money through illegal ways. So, they start earning their living by illegal ways. This led to an increase in the crime rate of the city. So because of that, crime rates are increased. Theft, burglaries, scuffles, and murders are the crimes that happen in the cities. Example, they have given that pickpocketing in the local trains. So you must have heard this. There is very increase in pickpocketing. Means the money, whatever they are carrying in the pocket, they are stored in the local trains. Now complete the table. Process of urbanization. So emergence of slum. What are the effects? Illegal settlements, insufficient facilities are given. Increase in population because of attraction of good lifestyle, can be short term or long term. So because of process of urbanization, pollution is also there. So because of pollution, what is happening? Employment opportunities have decreased, have generated increase in amenities and facilities. So because of process of urbanization, you can see the effects of this, that illegal settlements are there, facilities are not provided, then population is increased, then employment opportunities have generated increase in amenities and facilities. Growth of cities takes place in specific method. Formation of cities can take place in various methods. Regions that are located at the densely traded tend to urbanize. For instance, Patliputra and Ujjain in ancient India are prosperous cities that were located on trade routes. Example, cities like Bombay, Madras, Kolkata are more developed compared to other regions because of British policy. So these cities are more developed compared to other regions. Mineral-rich regions tend to attract investments and big industries. These industries create enormous employment opportunities and development of ancillary industry. Example, Jamshedpur. So where minerals are more available in that part, so those industrials and those are interested in investment. So they go there and they establish the industries. Because of industries, employment opportunities are created. So the example they have given, that is the Jamshedpur. A planned city of your imagination. A city which is carefully planned from its inception and it is constructed in a previously undeveloped area is the planned city. A planned city is one in which there is adequate infrastructure facilities like roads, railways, water supply, power supply, etc. Also, there should be open space available for recreation facilities. So all these points should be there when you're planning a city. Okay, we'll see one last question. Suggest measures for the following problems of urbanization shown in the following picture. So you can see in the picture, you can see a water body is there. So what is the answer of this? Prohibiting discharge of wastage by factories. So the discharge of waste products should be prohibited by the factories. Avoid dumping of waste in lakes. So people usually dump whatever the waste product in the lakes. So because of that, the water pollution is created. Stringent action should be taken against violators. So strict action should be taken those who do such type of work. So when they are dumping the waste products in the lakes or discharge of waste product is done by the factory, strict action should be taken against them. Sensitizing cities about the harmful effect of water pollution means creating awareness among the citizens of the about the harmful effects of water pollution. If water pollution is done, so what the bad effect will be there, that awareness should be created among the citizens. So we'll stop here. We have completed the lesson. We have done the revision of the lesson along with the question answers also. So we'll stop here, students.